Now then, you lovely people, it is Sunday the 5th of July. It is time for another episode of the Daily Leeds. All the latest news from Elland Road, Thorp and everything concerning Leeds United. Before we get into today's video, I hope you've had a smashing weekend. The weather's stopped a little bit by me. It's a bit cloudy. I was enjoying that sun. I was going to look like a red lobster, but unfortunately it's waned a little bit, but hopefully the sun will be out again soon. But call to action. There is many Leeds content creators out there. Myself, Conor, All Leeds TV, Lewis, LUFC Foundation, all been nominated or put forward for an award at the Football Blogging Awards. I myself are going for the best new content creator. I'm under no illusions. There's a lot more people out there that are better equipped to win this than me. But I'd just like to go to the event, get my name in lights, get my name on the list. You can help me do that, right? The link is in the description. I know a lot of you commented and said you'd done it, so thank you to each and every one of you that did. If you haven't already, the link's in the description. Best new content creator, Just Joe Football Show. That's enough from me. Smash a like and let's get into today's video. And this is the moment when I take a stand. So guys, as I say, I'm not going to lie to you, not a lot of news, quite a short episode for today, but as is always the promised, Daily Leeds is exactly what it says on the tin. It's like Ron Seal, man. It's exactly what it says on the tin. It is daily and it is everything Leeds United. So I'm hearing on the grapevine, guys, that the Klaesson deal is done. It has been done for €2 million plus add-ons, and he will travel to Leeds today. So at some point he will land in Leeds. Hopefully we'll get an announcement early next week. He'll have to go through a medical, etc. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I expect the announcement that Klaesson, the goalkeeper who's coming for the departing Kiko, should be announced. And I feel that he'll be someone that will really compete with Ilya Meslier. I'm not saying he'll get the number one spot, but who'd have thought that from Ilya Meslier when he was first called upon? Let's not forget, when it comes to Klaesson, back in 2019, when Leeds United were looking for a goalkeeper, he was high up on that list alongside Ilya Meslier. The club and Victor Orta have been long admirers of Klaesson's. So the fact that we're getting this deal done at €2 million, again, and I do think it's an inevitability, I'm not going to lie to you, when Meslier does move on, and I know a lot of people are inevitable, I do think he is that good, and I think he will go to a team that is in the Champions League regularly. Of course, we might get there, but it's a long way to go just yet, I'm trying to taper my own things. I think even this season, guys, top 10, I'm happy with top 10, but it's much more difficult this season. And the reason that I say that is, like, when I think about players moving on, is because ultimately they want to test themselves at the top of the game. They want to be playing Champions League football season after season after season. And it's a hard bridge to gap. It's a really hard bridge to gap. We've seen that with Leicester. Let's not forget, Leicester won the Premier League and the FA Cup, and they still haven't had Champions League football in 2 seasons. This is not an easy club to get into. Do you know what I mean? This is like, your name's not down, you're not coming in kind of vibe, The real divvy bouncer that's like, yeah, your shoes ain't good, mate. You're not coming in. You've got to be elite, right? So it'll be a struggle for us to get into the top 4. And when you've got players like Meslier, Rafinha, and Calvin, I know not a lot of you like to hear me say it, but there will come a time when they're getting offered massive wages, we're getting offered massive fees, and they're getting the opportunity to play European football. But the reason I go into that is because we have Klaesson that we've bought for €2 million as well. €2 million, it's going to be done. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Yeah, it's going to be done. He's a keeper that we looked at when we were looking at Meslier back in 2019. So he's obviously got good stock. So I see that. I know a lot of people will go, you need an experienced keeper. No, not for me. Bring in that guy. He'll then be ready to step straight in, and we'll get longevity out of him as well. I think it's the perfect appointment, and one that I'm happy to see go over the line. Another couple of transfers that we might see go over the line, not first team, unfortunately, not yet. I know a lot of you are still waiting. When are we going to get signings for the first team? Yeah, I understand it. Look, we're waiting on Conor Gallagher, aren't we? I put a poll out actually yesterday to ask you guys how you would feel about signing Conor Gallagher. Now, it's safe to say it wasn't a landslide. 59% here are happy with the deal, but it does come with a caveat. And I've seen it all over social media. And guys, I do lap up all your comments when I can. Like I say, I've got a family, you know that. I've got 4 kids. It's busy on a weekend in the Wayman household, right? But I do read them, yeah? I might not get the chance to reply to them all, but I do read them. And I get a lot of the comments were like, no, Why should we get Conor Gallagher? Why should we train another guy's player? Why should we build him up, get him Bielsa-fied, and then be asked to pay 50, 60 million for him in the summer? I get it. I do get it. But for me, I would still take Conor Gallagher. I would. I think he'd be a great signing and would fit straight into this Leeds United side. Look, in a season's time, what's to say there's another player that we're waiting to hear from, or who'll be more readily available at that time to be paid for, or what's to say Lewis Bates not ready at that time? I don't know. I just think Conor Gallagher would fit in nicely to this side, and it's quite clear the fact that Leeds United have waited over a month, it would seem, when Orta first had contact with him. That we want that. We want that deal to happen. Victor Orta wants that deal to happen. And I've seen a lot of people throwing shade his way, saying, you can't say anything different to Victor Orta. But the reason, I'm a massive Orta fan. Obviously I'm a massive Bielsa fan, but I think anyone that them two sign off on, I'm happy with. Yes, there has been a few stinkers, Jean-Kevin Augustin, Izzy Brown, etc. And before that, let's not go into before that. But listen, if he wants Conor Gallagher, and what I've seen of Conor Gallagher, I'm a massive fan. From when he was at Charlton in the Championship under Lee Bowyer, I am, and I think he'd be perfect. And look, if he comes in and has a worldly season, what does it matter that he goes to Chelsea, that he goes back there? What does it really matter? We're another season in, another decent season, top half finish. I get it. I do get it. But look, it's all about the here and now for me. Bring him in and let's see where we can end up this season. Top 10 for me. Of course, Europe would be amazing, but it's going to be tough. So that's Conor Gallagher. And I think the wing option as well, guys, is Noah Lang. I think he seems to be the number one. But again, we'll have to wait and see how that rumbles on. But as I say, back to my original point, they're the two senior signings for me that we're waiting on. I know a lot of people are happy with that. I see it in the comments when people say we need this, we need that. But ultimately, they're the two for me. And then we'll see what happens. I don't think there'll be anything more than that, guys. But we are looking, of course, at fleshing out the under-23s and getting the cream of the crop when it comes to talent across the UK, basically. And two more additions that we're after. You'll remember a couple of weeks back now, I mentioned Leo Hajeldi, the next Virgil van Dijk, no less. Him and another centre-back by the name of Matthew Anderson. And apparently Leeds United have earmarked both Celtic teenage centre-back partners as players to add to the under-23 squad. And Leo Hajeldi, by the way, followed Leeds United officially on Instagram just only a couple of days ago. Now, I know that might seem trivial. We've seen it with RDP, etc., Mateus Cunha, etc. But he only follows Leeds and Celtic in terms of football clubs. So I found it quite interesting. But yeah, Leo Hajeldi and Matthew Anderson, both from Celtic, both well thought of. And as I say, Leo Hajeldi has been coined the next Virgil van Dijk. So we'll have to watch, keep our eyes on that one. But look, exciting talent coming in through the door. Even if they don't make it, they move on for a decent price. This is the kind of, pool that we're swimming in now with sharks, man, with jaws. You know what I mean? We're not no Shark Tale, we're Jaws, man. That's what we're in today. Just to let you know as well, guys, as you'll know, pre-season is fast coming. We've got our first friendly on Tuesday evening away at non-league neighbours Guiseley, yeah? I'll be doing watch-alongs for the games. The reason that I can do that is Andrea Radrazani's company, Live Now. I don't know if it was 11 Sports and now it's Live Now, but they have revealed that they're going to broadcast every pre-season match for Leeds United, okay? You can buy access to all the Leeds United games for just $11.99, or you can pay per game you want to watch. So, for example, if you're going to Blackburn away, then you won't want to pay for the whole package. But yeah, it's $11.99 for Blackburn Rovers, Fleetwood Town, Real Betis, and of course, Ajax. Now, we do have our first game on Tuesday evening away at non-league neighbours Guiseley. And in the run-up to that, guys, Leeds United have shared a gallery, of course, many pictures of the pre-season, the lads preparing for pre-season. A lot of you will have seen it on the official Leeds United website. But Adam Forshaw has been training. Adam Forshaw looks like he could be due for a run-out against Guiseley, which is music to my ears, because I think he would be perfect, especially as a squad player. I think had he have not been injured and had been in the first team during our first season, I really rate Adam Forshaw. I think he's better equipped to the Premier League than he is to the Championship. He did great in the season that he was there for Middlesbrough. Look, Forshaw's not featured for Leeds United since the 1-0 defeat at Charlton Athletic in the Championship back in September 2019, which, you know, is a long time. Obviously, he picked up a hip injury, he went for surgery, etc. He has completed some competitive minutes for the under-23s, I think 18 months, I think it was, after initially getting the injury. That was back in April. But he's now training with the first team for the first pre-season game against Guiseley. So we could see the return of Adam Forshaw, which for me, I'd be absolutely buzzing with. Just some bits to finish with as well, guys. If you remember a couple of weeks back, Marcelo Bielsa rocked up at an under-11s football match to watch them train. Well, Victor Orta has been doing the same. He attended a training session of a grassroots football club. Johnny Nixon, who's 47, was among a group who first set up a club by the name of Saxton FC in Richmond Hill 3 years ago. And it was there basically for the simple goal of giving children in the LS9 area the chance to get involved in football and make new friends. They started with just 8 players. They got support from the LUFC Foundation, and their numbers have skyrocketed in recent months. And they now have more than 60 players training there up to 3 times a week in Leeds, which is amazing. Look, where I grew up, we didn't really have anything like that. And I grew up in Halifax and it weren't the best. And, you know, these sort of things that are set up by just, like I said, by just some random guy wants to get, you know, kids in the community playing football. Well, that's a reason why I've gone into youth work myself, because I want to give kids a chance, man, in the areas that, you know, that need it. And that's great. And the LUFC Foundation have come on board with them, and they help provide coaching for the lads at Saxton FC, lads and lasses, I should say. And they've been brilliant. And of course, you know, Victor Orta rocked up at training, which is absolutely amazing. And just while we're on the LUFC Foundation, as you know, I took part in a charity match with All Leeds TV. We'll also be doing the Yorkshire Three Peaks in connection with the LUFC Foundation as well. So please support us in that as well. I'm going to put the link to the description to that as well. The Just Giving page. Give what you can. It's for a great cause. And LUFC Trust as well have been doing something similar. They joined forces with Slum Law, who host a kids club in Leeds on a Thursday, and this rocked up and provided 20 of their children with the new Leeds 21-22 shirt on behalf of all the LUFC Trust members. They said, we're proud to give these kids the opportunity to wear our club colours who wouldn't normally be able to afford it. And I think that's quite poignant at the time right now, because we're seeing all this meltdown on social media. The fact that Andrea Radrazani is giving shirts that says football is for the fans, and they're not even fans of our football club. Don't lose sleep over it. He's a PR genius. It's a machine. It's business. He's getting it out there, and it's had the desired effect. Even if it's gone to people it shouldn't have, it's still got everyone talking about the Leeds United shirt. The shirt skyrocketed as well. I think it's broke records. I don't know why, because I don't really rate the shirt. But this is what it's like now. You know, when we were in the Premier League before, it's a totally different animal now. And it's a totally different beast, and we need to get used to it. But I think throwing your toys out of the pram at Andre is a little bit short-sighted based on what that man's done for this football club. But maybe they could have done something similar, that like the Trust have done, give them to kids that need it. Or if you're going to send it to YouTubers, no matter how small their subscribers are, no matter how small they are in comparison, send it to your Leeds United YouTubers at least. I'm here for a freebie. Nah, I'm kidding. I kid, of course. But listen, have an amazing day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, what's left of it. Make sure you keep it locked at the Just Joe Football Show. As I say, as pre-season kicks off, we'll get some more watch-alongs going. I've been missing doing them, man. I've been missing doing them. Make sure you vote for me in the Football Content Awards. Make sure you donate to the LUFC Foundation. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you in a bit. Peace out. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds.